is the North End. This is the North End.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the North End. My name's Aizaz and I am here for a 5 things we learned from Liverpool 4, Chelsea 1 at Anfield today. Now, if nothing else, the end of this season is going to be quite emotional, so I'm actually excited to be back here for the ride, reviewing the games as they happen in real time, and 2 big ones this week, starting with the one today. So number 1, Connor Bradley is him. Now look, many people claim that this guy's him and that guy's him. Some people even claim that I'm him. But as far as I'm concerned, Connor Bradley is him. 81% pass accuracy, 4 chances created, 2 assists, 1 goal, 1 shot on target, 7 out of 10, 7 out of 12 duels won, and 3 out of 3 tackles won. This guy has somehow filled a void that Liverpool fans didn't even know that was even possible. We put Trent Alexander on such a pedestal, which I think he deserves. I think he's the best footballer in the country apart from Kevin De Bruyne. And yet Connor Bradley has just come in and just surpassed expectations on such a level. This guy, by the way, does have stock. This guy isn't a nobody. Even though it was the lower league last year, he did win the Player of the Year, the Fans Player of the Year, and the Writers Player of the Year at Bolton Wanderers last year. Now I know Bolton Wanderers aren't anyone right now in terms of where they are in the totem pole of English football, but still to go to a different club, a club with a lot of tradition and history as well, as a lone player and reach those heights kind of gives you a little bit of an idea as to what we're dealing with here. But since he's come in, Connor Bradley has just been an impeccable right back. And I'm very excited to see where this goes because it also means that conundrum of can Trent play midfield is now a little bit closer to being answered because it is very feasible that we will see Connor Bradley at right back and Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield this season. For now, what a performance, what a goal, what an assist. I don't know how we drop him on Sunday. I'm so glad that Jurgen has to make that decision and not me, because I, for one, would not be able to. And yet, how do you leave Trent Alexander-Arnold out of the game against Arsenal at the Emirates? Point number 2, Paul Tierney today was overcompensating. Now, look, there's been 2 games recently at Anfield. There was one on New Year's Day, Liverpool against Newcastle, and then today, Liverpool versus Chelsea. In those 2 games, Liverpool took 62 shots on goal and faced just nine shots back on them. They dominated both games, and yet both team supporters, the neutrals and the Liverpool haters, both felt that the referee was to blame for the defeat, not the teams. Bonkers, if you ask me. If you're going to come to Anfield and play the way you are, you're going to get spanked a couple of times. And also, in that context, it's not like Liverpool are not getting decisions not going their way as well. There's been some really big ones this season, and you just kind of almost have to take the rough with the smooth because as far as Liverpool are concerned, there are statistics out there about how bad Paul Tierney has been refereeing them. Not tonight, though. And I will definitely say that regardless of the stats I just gave you, regardless of the fact that Liverpool highly deserved to win the game, Paul Tierney was most definitely a homer today. And I'm absolutely shocked. I'm completely shocked. I've never seen a 180 like that before. I didn't know how Paul Tierney was going to react to Jurgen Klopp giving his notice that he's leaving Liverpool. And apparently this is how he is going to react. Apparently he's going to start giving decisions our way. 51-49 decisions are going to go our way. 60-40 decisions are going to go our way. Very, very bizarre. I'll take it because we've suffered at the hands of him for so many years and no one gave a shit then. So as far as I'm concerned, it's very weird, but I will take it. But I could not help but notice that that was a abysmal refereeing performance by Paul Tierney in Liverpool's favour today. Did I think it affected the game? Absolutely no, I don't think it did. But of course, we can argue that point because, yeah, I guess goals and penalties change games, but Liverpool were far superior than Chelsea today. Point number three, Darwin Nunes is posting some numbers. Haha, get it? Posting some numbers. I love Darwin Nunes. I love everything about him except the fact that he likes to hit the post and the crossbar more than putting the ball in the net. But Darwin Nunes is a lot more than the chances he's not scoring or the chances he's missing. First things first, he is scoring and registering assists way faster and better than almost all forwards in the Premier League. And the ones that are outscoring him and out assisting him, putting up more numbers than him, are actually world class. So I'm not saying Darwin Nunes is world class because for Darwin Nunes to become world class, he has to become a lot more consistent with his finishing. However, the only players in the Premier League that are posting better numbers than him are actually world class. So I don't think Liverpool have a Darwin Nunes problem. The other thing is, in my years watching football, I have never seen one striker literally dominate a whole defense at different times of the game like I've seen Darwin Nunes. Does that make Darwin Nunes the best forward, number nine, even winger that I've ever seen in the Premier League? Absolutely not. No, I'm not trying to suggest that. But does he occupy people better than anyone I've ever seen? I think so. His hold-up play is brilliant. His link-up play is very good. His assists are obviously through the roof. Look at his numbers. His goal scoring's not terrible. It could be a lot better as well if he wasn't trying to be so accurate or also didn't have to think about things. Even some of the chances he scored, he's hit the post. So maybe he's just got something about the post. But you know what? I'm here for all of it. It's not about the chaos. I don't think he's chaos. I don't think it's controlled chaos. I think he's a menace. I think he's too big and he's too fast for any defender to really take care of him. So even though he's still got a lot of raw things about his game, he terrifies people. He draws them out of position, and the rest of the Liverpool front line and midfield are able to do the feasting. Absolutely love him. Darwin Nunes will start for me every single game, and he's the first name on my team sheet attacking wise when Mo's away. And then when Mo's back, he's the second main forward for Liverpool, and I wouldn't hear anything else, despite some of the others having some really good seasons and Jota's having a great run of form. Point number four, Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold are old news. How do they get back into the team? This has been linked to points I've been saying earlier, but the reason it's point number four is as we enter the season and as the season was progressing, Liverpool fans were saying there's four players on our team that have to play for us to be one of the serious teams. So it was Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk, and Alisson. And we've actually won some really like some games we weren't supposed to win with one or two of them, but consistently now in the last month, these two have been away, and Liverpool arguably have not missed a beat. And to some extent, if you talk about today's game, they've actually looked better. I'm being facetious. Mo Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold get into any Liverpool team. They get into probably any Premier League team. But how do they fit back in? The funny thing about Mo Salah is this was the month that all of the Liverpool haters were actually really happy about. He's going back to AFCON. Oh, we'll have to see how you get on without Mo. I don't know if you can replace Mo. The whole time I was saying Liverpool are going to be fine. They've got four other forwards. People get injured. There are real injuries in real seasons. And even Mo, even though he's always bringing up the numbers, he can also slump on form as well. So point number four, even without two of their big four, even without sometimes three of their big four, Liverpool are just fine. We're chugging along just fine. And it's a very, very exciting time right now. And point number five, a point all on his own, is Alexis McAllister. Alexis McAllister is a phenomenal, phenomenal midfielder. And his performance today, again, was man of the match level if it hadn't been Connor Bradley literally being him. So just going to run you through some of the stats from Alexis McAllister's performance today. 91% pass accuracy, 91%. And he was on the ball more than anybody else. 100% accuracy on long passes, one big chance created, 100% on dribbles completed. 11 out of 18 duel won. 8 out of 10 tackles won. This is a guy who even Liverpool fans were saying can't play number 6, and 4 recoveries. It's been a long time now since anyone complained about Alexis McAllister's ability to play number 6. He's been phenomenal. I definitely miss Endo because I love him, but at the same time, Alexis is not letting us miss him on the pitch. He's not been in his favored position, and yet you would never know because he's been incredible. The two other things I wanted to say about Alexis McAllister's performance is he was up against Enzo Fernandez, his Argentina teammate and co-World Cup winner, and he was up against Moises Caicedo, his old Brighton teammate. Those guys cost about 230 million, I think it was between them, and Alexis McAllister cost 35 million pounds. We stole him from Brighton. I feel we somehow need to pay them some kind of debt because Alexis is a phenomenal midfielder. Dare I say, world-class midfielder, one of the best in the league, clearly. And I am absolutely excited about what he's going to do from now till the end of the season. The only thing is, I feel he is getting too many knocks right now. So that whole thing about referee protection, I wish we are somehow able to get that for Alexis because he seems to be getting into quite a few challenges, and every time he goes down, I don't know if it's just the dramatic flair player in him, but it feels like it's a lot more serious than it is. Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday. Liverpool versus Arsenal on Sunday. It's going to be a big one. But for now, these were the 5 things I took away from today's game. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, comment. If you disagree with anything I just said, just give me a shout underneath. I'll be happy to debate with you. Loads more North End content coming your way. This has been Aizaz. All the best.
This is the North End.